Hey everybody, it's Nikki with Delicate Tension Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of Aries placements in your chart. It's going to be for the energy surrounding the month of March. I wanted to say October. This keeps happening to me during readings. So I don't know, maybe some of you have something to do. It's coming back around with something that happened in October possibly. But yeah, so it's going to be for the energy surrounding March. We are currently in a Mercury retrograde, which is in Pisces. A lot of emotions, a lot of things coming to the surface. There could be a lot of back and forth emotionally as well. One minute you could be feeling very nostalgic and kind of reminiscing, and then the next moment you can just be feeling angry. It's a really interesting back and forth where there's a lot of confusion. And many of you could quite possibly be seeking some form of clarity at this time. Just take it easy, go with the flow, don't rush anything unless you absolutely have to make important decisions at this time. And if you do, just double check everything, look into it. Don't just do it on some sort of snap judgment. I'm already getting caught up in my words tonight. So yeah, just take your time, go with the flow, and do the best you can. I'm going to be using 4 different decks tonight. The first deck I'm going to be using is the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron-Reid. That's going to be overall energy for you guys. The next deck I'm going to be using after that is the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot. That's going to be the bulk of your reading, so it's going to be the foundation. And then I'm going to do clarifying cards with the After Tarot, and final messages are going to be done with the Deck of Character. Really fun, amazing deck. I encourage all of you to check it out if you are a fellow tarot reader or avid reader yourself. So let's go ahead and get started. Thanks for joining me again. And if you do find that this video resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. That is very important to get this channel going for me, so I encourage everybody to do that. Once again, if it resonates for you. If it doesn't, check out some of my other videos, or you can check your any other sign you may have, whether it's your moon, rising, Venus, etc. So let's see what's going on for Aries for the month of March. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. What's going on for Aries? Okay. So it looks like your first card is going to be Healed Ouch. You might be in a position this month to possibly fix some things that have gone wrong or that have happened in the past. I think it's necessary to fix these things with the other card that came up, Wide Open. I feel like there's a need to address these issues or address whatever it is that has happened so that you can kind of clear and pave the way for yourself. It's almost like you can't move forward into whatever is happening or whatever you are becoming without healing this important aspect of yourself or this situation. If there is no way to heal the situation with another person, you're going to have to find some form of emotional resolve within yourself to kind of tackle that issue and move forward. I do feel like you guys are standing on the precipice of something, though. I feel like there's some really beautiful changes and metamorphosis that can be happening through this experience. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good, guys. Okay, so let's get started on the bulk of your reading. Show me what's happening currently for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March, please. Show me what's happening for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So you have the Five of Pentacles coming out for the first card for what you're experiencing at this time. You might be feeling a little bit down on your luck. You might also be experiencing some form of a hardship at this time. If this isn't feeling like you've been abandoned in your environment or abandoned by another person, place, or thing, this can often signal issues with financial hardship. I do feel like that's going to be changing for you. And something else I want to bring up is typically in the traditional card, there is a glass stained window with the Five of Pentacles in it, and the top pentacle in the window is always shining. And it, to me, is this beacon of hope, right? Like there is help around you. There is these stable foundations around you in which you can seek help or solace. And it feels very similar in this card. It's depicted a little differently. But in this card, there are 5 pentacles that kind of look like they're in this blooming flower. So I feel like whatever you're going through, it's kind of a part of the change that's needing to take place. It's almost like you're having to experience this in order to possibly rediscover some form of hope or faith, if not in others or in situations and within yourself, to persevere or overcome. Show me what the block is here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, please, for the month of March. Show me what the block is. So we have the Devil. That could be issues around feeling as if you are attached to something that is incredibly unhealthy for you. It can also be issues of control or issues of bad habits. If this isn't you, and when I bring up bad habits, it's almost like anything that causes you to be in this Five of Pentacles energy, right? It could be drinking problems. It could be drug problems. It could be addiction to anything. It could be overspending. It could be overeating. It could be literally anything that makes you feel like you're bound to something, as if something has control over you or kind of puppeteers you a bit. If that's not you, then you could be dealing with a person who is dealing with these issues. You could also just be dealing with somebody who is incredibly unstable to be connected to you. So let's see what's happening in the subconscious here for Aries. There we go. We have the Three of Cups. Very interesting. That's an interesting card to be in your subconscious. You could possibly be subconsciously thinking about possibly a desire to be in a celebratory experience. Possibly a desire to be surrounded by people who uplift you and support you. Sorry, give me a second. If there are people who you normally lean on when you're dealing with these certain situations, because I do feel like this is a repeating pattern for you guys. If there is a support system that you normally lean on, I would recommend that you reach out to them, because there's something about this card that feels off or out of place, especially with the energy that you're in. So if you're longing for something, or if you're looking for support, I feel like it is around you. You just have to reach out for it. What's happened in the past here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, please? We have the Sun. This is a really interesting reading. It feels quite contradictory, actually. But in the past, you might have had some clarity on some things. And this clarity, I feel like it's shown light on things in a way that helps you feel like you could overcome anything, or at least overcome something within the circumstance or situation. It's quite possible too that right now in this very moment in time, you could be dealing with something where the devil is in the details. If you feel held back by something, because there's really beautiful energy surrounding you. So I'm very confused as to how you're in this energy currently. And when I say that, I mean the Five of Pentacles with the devil opposing it. Let's see what's happening above you or in your higher self. Ten of Cups. What the fuck is going on, guys? Like, what is happening right now? You could be desiring or thinking about, like I said, being surrounded by a support system that either feels like family or is family, something that makes you feel really happy. I feel like when you connect with these people, there's something so beautiful about it. And maybe the Five of Pentacles is all about being separated from those people right now. This is very interesting. I just got to keep going because I feel like the clarifiers are going to really pull the story together. So what's happening in the near future here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, please? We have the Queen of Wands. That's really stepping into your power. I feel like you're going to be taking some pretty decisive action. You quite possibly could be using a lot of that energy to create, to lead others, to help others. Maybe the energy that you're in right now is giving you drive to connect and help others through similar situations. Let's see what's happening emotionally for you, Aries. What's happening emotionally for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of March? Knight of Wands in reverse, so you could be feeling a little burnt out. Ten of Pentacles, you might have been honestly working very hard lately. And then you have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're really craving connection and stability right now with people that you trust. It's quite possible too that reconnecting with people who either feel like family or home for you is opening up this new part of you. You might also be healing issues around either in abandonment, issues in which you have addictive tendencies. That doesn't have to be related to drugs or alcohol. It can be related to anything. Anything that makes you feel obsessive or over analytical or just keeps you trapped. You could also be dealing with lack mentality or financial fears of the future. But there's something here where I feel like if there's been any estranged relationships, those are being healed at this time. And if you haven't healed them yet, you will be healing them in the month of March. Because there is such an essence here of family, of connectivity, of being surrounded by people who support you and love you and care for you. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening around Aries for the month of March. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, please. We have the World. So there's major completions and cycles ending here. Major lessons being learned. We have the Tower. Those lessons could have come very quickly and very unexpectedly with the Three of Swords, and they could have been quite painful. And then we have the Queen of Swords in reverse with the Lovers. Normally I wouldn't take that many cards, but it's quite possible that you've been dealing with somebody around you that you possibly have distanced yourself from, or come to a very firm resolution in the situation. And I feel like a part of you kind of had to make the choice to separate yourself from this person, even if you love them. And they might be reflecting on that now. I don't think this person really saw what was coming. I really don't think that they did. This is a really strange reading. Let's see what's in your hopes and fears sector. We have the Two of Cups, so there is a lot of thoughts around relationships at this time. I feel like you might be separated from somebody that you really care about. Let's see what the overall outcome and advice here is for Aries for the month of March. There we go. We have the Empress, so you're really stepping into your power here. I feel like you're really going for it this month. Whatever you're feeling right now in this moment, you are not going to be feeling that way by the end of March. Yeah, Ten of Swords. I think you're clearing up a lot of issues from your past. And we do have the Nine of Swords here. And I do feel like there's going to be a little bit of like, feels very PTSD to me. We'll get to that in a minute. I have 15 minutes left, so I want to make sure I cover all of this. Yeah, it feels a little PTSD to me, or like a lot of anxiety is going to be coming up for you that you're going to be dealing with as you move into this like higher state of really feeling exalted within yourself and having things going your way. I think it's going to make you reflect a little bit, or it's going to make you think about things in a way that has a little anxiety attached to it. So you might be kind of, God, how do I put this? I feel like part of all of this, especially with the beginning of this message with heal the ouch and then wide open, I feel like it's almost as if you had to complete some form of a cycle here in order to really receive what it is that's been trying to come to you. And as soon as you do it and all this stuff starts showing up, there's almost going to be this feeling of like deep loss and remorse for wondering why that thing had to be disconnected from you in order for you to receive this. Because I feel like part of you is going to be thinking about how you wish you could share this with somebody. Let's clarify the Five of Pentacles here. We have the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, you might be having to juggle some finances right now or try to figure some things out. It could also be like I was talking about, if you were having to separate from somebody, it could be you weighing out the pros and cons of detaching from this, because it may bring up or trigger some issues of abandonment. Let's clarify the Devil crossing this. We have the Knight of Wands. You might have been dealing with a flighty person. If this isn't another person and this is you, you just might be dealing with a situation where you're really having to figure out. I feel like this person reflected a lot of the same energy that you did for a while. Like maybe being with them helped you realize in certain ways how you were like this. You could just also be tied to experiences of travel, or tied to something that constantly makes you have to go back and forth, so you don't really have time to fully commit to something in a way that you would like. Let's clarify the Three of Cups here. Three of Cups, we have Four of Wands in reverse. So yeah, you could be craving for that stability that you feel around family, or around, it could be a group of individuals that feel like family to you. Let's clarify the Sun here. It's way too many cards. We have the Six of Wands. So yeah, this clarity that you got in the past made you feel really victorious. It also could have been some form of recognition from another or others, because it feels very community-based. I feel like you have a lot of people supporting you right now. No matter what's going on, I don't want you to forget that you have this support. Because I feel like whoever this person is that mattered to you the most, it's almost like not having them, it doesn't, like, none of this tastes as sweet, but it still is sweet. It's so sweet. Clarify the Ten of Cups here. The Empress. Yeah, man, you are like going for gold. I think you're really making your dreams come true right now. And I think you're going to be in the best position you've ever been in soon. Very, very soon. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. So you might have stepped into your power by speaking your truth. Or in speaking your truth, it gave you this certain level of self-confidence that you haven't felt in a really long time. I feel like this clarity is a part of this as well. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Temperance. So emotionally, I feel like you're really thinking about long-term plans, projects, other people that you can be working with, as well as really filling your own cup. I think there's something here where it's like you're having to detach from this energy, whatever it is, for the time being, in order to really find yourself. And to actually step into this energy of what it is that you want. There's a part of you that knows whatever this was, you had to like find resolution with or disconnect from in order to achieve what it is that you're seeking. Let's clarify the World and the Tower. Yeah, the Devil. I feel like that energy was keeping you really down. Three of Wands in reverse. Let's clarify the Three of Swords and the Queen of Swords in reverse, please. We have the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So it's very interesting because I feel like whatever note you left this on, I don't think you guys actually spoke as deep as you wanted to on your emotions. I feel like whatever this resolution was, I feel like it was unexpected. I feel like you didn't really see this coming. Not in the way that it was. I feel like part of you envisioned it and thought about it, but the way that it actually showed up was nowhere near how you envisioned it. And then the final card is the High Priestess. But at the same time, you knew exactly how it was going to end. I think you know a lot about this connection. There's a lot that you feel deep, deep down inside that you understand about this connection. It's like you really see everything clearly for what it is. And I think that that's why you knew that this had to happen right when it did, the way that it did, and that it had to kind of come to an end for now. Let's clarify the Two of Cups here. We have the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords paired with that. I think you're being really challenged on the concept of what relationship is to you right now. And I think through this process of healing, you're kind of battling your own demons at the same time. I feel like this goes for the other person you're dealing with as well. Or that you were dealing with, because I don't really see them here anymore. Let's clarify the Empress up here. Let's clarify the Empress up top, please. All right. We have the King of Cups. So you're emotionally definitely maturing and getting real in check with how you feel. You have the Emperor really stepping into your power. And you have the Two of Wands. Interestingly enough, I feel like there might be another male energy in your environment that you might be meeting. Or there's another male who's helping you help. And when I say male, don't get the energies all fucked up. If you are a female, this could be a male. If you are a female in a same-sex relationship, it could be the more dominant person in the situation. Or literally another male coming in to help you out. But there's something here about someone who's very emotionally stable and actually very responsible. They're pretty on top of their game themselves. But the way that this person shows up is vibrationally in alignment with you. And they're going to be helping you see the way forward. Let's clarify the Six of Swords, or the Ten of Swords with the Nine of Swords, please. Yeah, you're definitely moving on from something. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords with the Nine of Swords. So we have the Five of Swords. I still think that there is a long battle ahead of you in terms of healing with the Star. But I do feel like you're going to overcome it with the Three of Cups. I think that it's really about you coming back into contact with the people who really make your heart sing and who really make you feel a lot of joy. There could be an actual event or a get-together or a group gathering that you're going to in March. But it's really going to help you like get out of that overwhelming energy. I think that there's a lot coming up for you. I think that you have a lot of plans. And I think that you have a lot you need to be getting done this month. And I think that's why you kind of had to really like nip this in the bud. So let's pull Let's pull some final cards for you guys for just overall clarifying message. Let's get an overall clarifying message here for Aries for the month of March, please. So we have Love Potion, we have Guts, and we have Forest. I feel like not only the love that you had for this person and still have, but that the love that you have for yourself is really giving you the guts to quite possibly face your darkest fears. I think that's possibly what this whole journey has been about for you. This person brought up a lot for you to deal with. And I think through this final kind of push, this nudge that you've got going on, I think you're going to be reclaiming something this month because of what you've done. I feel like that this is the month here where something quite amazing could happen for you if you allow it. But it does require you to continue doing the work, and it does require you to step up to accept whatever challenges you may be facing, because you will overcome them. And I do feel like right now for the month of March, the energy really is all about you. I think it's about you stating what it is that you want and then claiming it. I think it's about you meeting and reconnecting with people who feel like home. I think it's about having solid support systems, and I think it's about making big decisions this month. I think that now that this is something that's kind of out of your periphery, it's not totally gone, but it's at least, you know, you have your blinders on right now so that you can like fully move forward and get through this. I think you've got big things coming for you. So just accept it. You got to accept it, and you got to take it while it's there. Kind of feel like it's tied to my new moon reading a little bit. So yeah, that's what I've got for you guys this month, and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, or leave a comment down below if this did resonate with you. I love hearing people's stories, and I love hearing how the readings resonated with them. Most people usually like privately message me about it, and I understand not everybody wants their shit like on the internet on somebody's YouTube page, which I totally understand. But yeah, if you want to contact me for a personal reading, or if you have any questions, my details are down in the description box below. There is a link to donate to keep this page going, as well as my Instagram that you can go follow me at for daily card pulls and messages, and my email for personal contact or reading inquiries. So thank you guys for all your love, support. For those of you who continue coming back to watch these readings and just thoroughly enjoy them, I really appreciate you. And thank you for making what I do feel easy. It never feels like work. I'll see you guys next month.